Hi everyone, what's going on? This is not going to be an easy video to make because of the topics involved, and there is obviously trigger warnings for anyone who might be upset or put off by topics of mental health and stuff like that. So that's your window of opportunity to leave if you need to. My name's Tom. I've been a massive online personality for a long time. Been doing this now since 2013, and across multiple channels in lots of different genres and in all walks of life. We have a very open door community here on the channel where we've been lucky enough to encourage and build up and help out lots of different people, especially throughout COVID and through other big world events and such. But Mental Health Week is this week, and it's a very important topic to me and to mostly all of you. Everyone in their lifetime will suffer with, or have to help someone with, or experience some kind of backlash, or ripple effect, or direct impact of mental health related issues. These could be really minor things that are really small and not really, at the time that impactful. It might be something that you kind of put to the back of your mind and that comes back later down the line. Loads of people repress a lot of emotions and a lot of mental struggles. Some adults try and submerge them and hide them from their kids or their siblings or their family members, and it's very tough. It's very tough to deal with it because there's obviously so many terrible ways that people deal with it, and there are some pretty good ways to deal with it. There are a lot of different charities, organizations, and groups who are specialized in helping people directly with mental health related issues, and it's important if you need those outputs and those people of support, then you go and find them. There are millions of different ones. There are like the Samaritans, there is Mind, there is Couth, there is lots of different places in the UK, and obviously wherever you're watching the video from in your own country, there'll be options out there for people. And Andy's Man Club is a massive one, and that's in the UK as far as I'm aware. And I've loved it. It's been really helpful to me personally. A lot of friends that I work with also attend their own sessions and such, and that's really good. It's really helpful. Writing things down in books, journaling, typing things out on your phone, even if it's things that you know people are never going to see, and they're just little diaries for yourself or little logbooks for yourself to just write things down and get things off your chest. Listening to music, eating the right kinds of food, going out and exercising, as hard as that can be at times. I understand we live in England. Most of the time we're outside and it's chucking it down, so that can be impactful on your mood too. There's a lot of pros and cons in the world of mental health, and there are developments that are happening every day. And we are slowly seeing some progress in certain areas, and obviously a lot of catching up to do in others. But I just think it's important to take this time, especially a week, to highlight it. It's an ongoing thing, it's a 365-day event. Mental health is happening everywhere to everyone in some capacity, and it's fine. It's okay to go through those bad moments and those really heavy times, because then you're also going to bounce back and find enjoyment in things, and it's okay to allow yourself enjoyment in things, even if it's really minute things, even if it's having a coffee with a friend or watching a film or going out somewhere, getting a change of scenery, doing something tiny for yourself. That might be buying yourself something small, something interesting, taking part in a hobby that you're interested in, watching a certain type of show, or listening to a certain type of song, or cooking your favorite kind of meal, or getting your favorite kind of meal delivered. It ultimately just boils down to try and make it something that's actually helpful to you. Obviously, loads of people lean on drugs and alcohol, which is obviously a really bad thing to do. It's really easy to get into, and it's a really slippery slope once you do. And then obviously people involve like gambling and stuff as well, as releases for it. But there are loads of negative impacts to do with those fields, and it's important that you try and keep yourself on the straight and narrow, even when you're vulnerable, even when you're going through really bad times. It's really important to just protect yourself and do the best you can, even if it's something tiny like staying in and not going out with a really rowdy group of people, or taking that time to yourself to just decompress and just take five in your head before you fly off the handles and do something irrational or impulsive. It's really tricky to just take that beat to understand that something's going to happen if you do something else. Like, actions have consequences, and there are so many repercussions to things that people don't understand until it's happened, and they've been involved in serious things that can change your life forever, just from an impulse, just from having a bad spiral or being stuck in the wrong headspace. It's really important to look out for yourself and reassess when you need to, and take the time to find support in anything small or anything that you can, that's something safe, something structured, and something that can give you a bit of routine. I mean, routine's massive for people, and some people don't realize, they leave school and they don't realize how important routine actually is in their lives. It can keep you really organized, it can keep you really calm, it can keep you really positive if you structure your life in a positive way. Getting away from people, who are negative, getting away from people who influence you negatively, who might bully you, who might pressure you, who might overstep you and make you feel less than. Prioritize yourself. You need to. It's not selfish to look after yourself. It's definitely not selfish to put yourself first and make sure you're okay. Because ultimately, unless you're the best you can be, how on earth can you help other people? Your problems, your solutions, you got shit going on in your life, figure it out yourself, work through those problems, because if you can, you do. And it's the best way of thinking. And try to not focus on everything else going on around you. That's the hardest thing with our generation, with online. And that's why I try and keep things on this channel very level-headed and quite just point and click and film. I don't have a big crew behind me. I don't have lighting people, microphone people, tech people. What you see is what you get. I film everything. I edit everything. I upload it as it is. I don't Hollywoodize it or professionalize it or glamorize it in any way. Sometimes that's to my discredit, because if I was more clickbaity and more YouTube-y, I would get more views and more clicks, but that's not the point. The point is that messages like this hit home to the people who need to hear it the most. And I think if you're out there, this week especially, and you are feeling some kind of way, and you find this video, that maybe there'll be something said in it that resonates in you and helps you do something better. Helps you improve something that you were wanting to fix, or something that you need to overcome, or something that you need to get done. It could be little things like cleaning up, tidying around your room, your house, working on your diet a little bit better, thinking of some positives that you can look forward to, organising some events with people who you like spending time with. There's loads of little things. And it's important to understand that no matter how big or small your mental health struggle is, no matter whether you're being directly impacted by it or whether you're attached to someone else or helping someone else through something, it's important that at the end of it, you've got to take something away that's positive. Because as long as you can take one thing away that's positive each and every day, it's one less thing to worry about. It's one new thing to be happy about. And it's really easy in life to get bombarded with what other people are doing, other people's situations, other people have got this, other people have got that, other people are dealing with this. Like, ignore that for a while, quieten it all down, lock in on yourself, focus on what you need to do better to improve, to look after yourself, because then once you're feeling good, you can do good for others. And that's a big part of it. Loads of people take things on, burden themselves, carry weights of other people, to then not organise themselves and look after themselves and to improve upon themselves first, before you go around helping other people. And that's a big thing. You got to do that. And everyone's in different positions. Everyone's going through life at different paces, and that's absolutely okay. You are where you are right now, and if you want it to change, to get better, to improve, you've got to be the person who does it. Because ultimately, having the right scaffolding in place to hold you up is the beginning, but to take it as your action and to move forwards with it and improve upon it yourself, that's where the magic happens. That's where the progress is made, and that's where you gotta break a few eggs to make a good omelette. You gotta do that. You know, you hear all the cliches. It takes a lot of pressure to make a diamond. It's old and cheesy and cliche, but it's true. It's very true. You know, nothing good is happening to people overnight. You know, it's not like every day you can just go and scratch a magic lottery ticket and get a ticket to the lifestyle that you want. It takes time. And sometimes, in hindsight, the battles and the challenges make it better. And that's weird to think about it when you're going through the motions. But having a perspective shift and trying to look at your life through sort of a third person camera of yourself helps me a lot. So whatever problem I'm going through, instead of just worried about it being in the moment, what's happening to me right there and then, if I take myself out of it a little bit, look at it from a different perspective, I can kind of imagine at the end of this, when we get to the finish line, when we get to the new point, I can look back on it and think, if I hadn't have gone through all of those problems, would I have actually landed at the result that I'm happy with? Maybe not. And it's true. And it's exam season in schools across the country. Everyone's going into their GCSE exams, and as someone who wasn't the best in education, who didn't get the best start, who didn't get the most help, who didn't get the support needed, ask for that help, ask for that support, try your best. At the end of the day, they are grades on a piece of paper. It's not the end of your life if you don't get good ones. You can turn your life around tomorrow as if you just get up and start doing it, and start trying. And you will only ever fail when you choose to quit. Because if you don't quit, you can't fail. Simple as. So try your best. Keep doing all the stuff you've been doing because you've made it this far. And if you're looking forward to what comes next, keep trying your best. Every day is a new opportunity to reinvent yourself and to improve upon things that we're not happy about. And that's okay. So look after yourself this Mental Health Week and forever. Because it's not just a week thing. It's not just a thing you do in the week and then you forget about it. It's not like a Christmas where it's once a year or a Boxing Day or a holiday or whatever. It is an everyday thing. Look after yourself. Respect yourself. And do things that make you happy. And look after yourself. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you want to, you can subscribe to this channel. We talk about lots of like personal stuff, and we're currently documenting the process of very stressfully buying a house in the UK, which is very stressful. But we are walking people through it step by step as we go through it step by step, and we'll take you along the journey. If you want to sign up and subscribe and click the button, it's free and it might cheer you up. Who knows? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.